Hey guys, long time no see, right? I did a post on my Instagram. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm gonna probably clear my throat, cough, and hack a lot. Excuse me. I did a post on my Instagram yesterday. Today is the 4th of January, and yesterday was the 3rd of January. Yesterday was actually day 2 back on keto for me. I've gone through quite a bit of stuff. A lot of stuff in the last about 6 months. You know, I did my last video I posted. I kind of let you know that there was some stuff going on and still around here and there. I was still trying to be keto. It really wasn't happening. I've tried several times. Nothing's changed for me. My life situation is still the same. I think I have good days and bad days. I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm trying to take each day, you know, one at a time, day by day. That's all you really can do. You never know what's gonna happen from day to day. With said life changes, I've had, oh gosh, so much stuff happening in the last several months. Right now I'm on my way to my mom's to go and do some work for her to try and make up some money that I didn't get to earn this last week from being sick all week. And I'm bringing her some keto cookies. Because my mom and dad are now on keto. Yay! I am so excited. And it's, you know, they did that from their own accord. I mean, you know, I had been keto for a long time, mostly, for the most part. So, I mean, they saw, you know, what I would eat and whatever. But they did their own research, did their own thing, and came to it in their own time, which is great. And, so yeah, they are keto, so I'm bringing them some keto treats. They make, easy there, dude, you're like out in the middle there. Anyway, yeah, so that's great. And then I go over to my parents' house, and I'm not gonna have all these crazy temptations of, you know, different foods that may be there, and it's all stuff that I can have too, so yeah. But I am trying to find myself again. Back around to my own story here. Trying to find myself again, and that also means keto. That's how I feel the best, but my heart has not been in it at all. I've tried a couple times to get back on it since everything's happened, and it's just, it hasn't. But for some reason, I was, you know, I haven't even been able to go onto my Instagram, and it's just, everything's just been too painful for me. Yeah, I just don't even know. So I went onto my Instagram and just, you know, shits and giggles. Well, sorry, I guess I probably should not be saying stuff like that, but whatever. For poos and laughs, I decided to scroll through my Instagram and, you know, what I've posted in the past, and just kind of, I guess, go back and see what I've posted. And, you know, I was thinking about going back keto, so maybe I can, you know, get some inspiration again, and, you know, look at the food, because I had looked at the foods a couple other times, and I'm like, nah, that just doesn't even sound good right now. But I just really wasn't, I don't want to say that I didn't want to wake up in the morning, but because it's not like, you know, I was suicidal or anything like that. It's just nothing made me happy anymore. Oh, wow. Saying that out loud makes me want to cry. Anyway, so, yeah, it's just nothing. I didn't want to do anything. Nothing. I worded it better on my Instagram, but I just wasn't interested in anything. I had to force myself to make my soap, which is now an actual business now, and like, you know, licensed, registered business, and it makes money now. Albeit a little bit. I'm still starting out, but you know, it's, and I love making soap. It's when I actually get going on doing it, it's like, it's getting that start where it's like, God, I just don't want to do this, but I know that deep down I do. I love it. And then I start making it and I'm into it, and it's my therapy, and I'm happy for that time. And because I get to be, it's my creative outlet. But so I just haven't wanted to do anything. I haven't really given a crap about anything, including myself, for a long time now. You know, for at least 5 months, if not longer, a little bit longer. It's almost 6 months. And but with my life changes, I mean, you see there's no car seat in the back anymore, so I don't take care of my nephew anymore. But with those life changes, it also means that I have to work a full-time job outside of the home. So I don't get the time to do the meal prep and the research and the watching of the videos and getting motivated. So that played a big part in it too. Mostly the emotional part of it, the mental emotional part. So, you know, working outside of the home, I'm actually kind of working 2 jobs. I work Monday through Friday. Well, let me start over here real quick. For about a month, from the middle of September to the middle of October, when I finally got an actual job outside the home, that kind of a thing, I worked at a call center. And granted, I've worked at a call center for 11 years in my past. And so, I mean, call center work, I'm cool with it. That's, you know, it's what I really know. But so I took a job in a call center, and it's a huge call center. Inbound coming calls only, so it's not like telemarketing kind of stuff, anything like that. And but it was for kind of like product policy type stuff for certain types of products. I am so sorry about the throat clearing and all that other jazz. Anyway, so I took this job, and it was like, I mean, I didn't even stay there for the, you know, I stayed there for training, and that was basically it. It was so stressful. I have never felt that type of anxiety in my entire life. Granted, everything else was, well, God, it still feels fresh, but, you know, it was much more fresh at the time. And, I'd also had to stop going to counseling at the time because I was now working outside of the home and during the days that I could get into a counselor. But what I did get to go for was very, very helpful. And I can still text her here and there. You know, it's not like anything else. But anyway, I had such anxiety. I cried every day before I had to work. And that's not a position to put myself in. And it wasn't because of what was happening in my personal life. it wasn't the people that worked there. The company was actually very, very good to their employees. Very good to their employees. Everyone was very nice. But I don't even want to say the environment, the type of work that it was for this specific call center was just, it was something that I couldn't wrap my brain and mental, I don't even know. I'm speechless. Like, it wasn't a fit for me. And like I said, I've done call center work for 11 years prior to that. It has nothing to do with being in a call center. It was just this specific type of situation. And so I was at work one day and waiting for another call to come through. And all of a sudden I got the spins. I couldn't, like, I started panicking. And my vertigo kicked in. And I was like, oh crap, I know what happens next. I puke, and then I stumble around like a drunk person. I don't have a way to get home. I don't have anyone to call to take me home right now. I don't have, what am I going to do? And then, so the panic starts setting in. I ended up in the ER that day. My work called the ambulance, and my mom was actually working in town, and in the same town I was working in at the time, and was able to come, and she didn't have any clients or anything at the time, so she was able to come and pick me up and drive me to the ER. The paramedic said that, you know, it's not like I was, so I'm sorry if this is shaky, I don't know if it is or not, but said that it wasn't emergent enough to have to go in the ambulance, but I still had to go to the ER. So it was like, okay, you can save the money on the ambulance trip, but you still have to end up where we want you to be. It's not like, you know, they had to have sirens and bells and whistles and all that sort of stuff going off. So, with that, so my mom drove me to the ER. I managed to not actually throw up. I came very close on several occasions. I did not want to throw up in her beautiful car. So, I mean, look, you know, I had one of the little puke bags that they have in the ambulance, the hospital ones. They had given me one of those to take with me on my way to the hospital. They gave me some medication for motion sickness, and treated me for my vertigo, which all they did for me is positional vertigo. So they did this special maneuver, and it helped ease the vertigo, like almost immediately. But the thing is that I have never had a vertigo attack while sitting up or doing something. It's always been if I lay down too far, or if I'm doing sit-ups and I go back too far. So I mean, it's, you know, being too far flat is my issue usually. Or if I was on my, you know, trying to lay on my right side, or you know, sleep on my right side, that was an issue. But I was sitting up at my desk just waiting for another call. And so I actually had a second interview scheduled for another company, completely different line of work. And that was scheduled for the very next morning. And I was like, oh God, I hope I can do this. You know, I got to go get my car and all that. And, you know, just trying to figure all that stuff out. And so I was okay enough later that evening actually to go get my car from work, and Anyway, I went to go pick up my car. And so I had actually had the interview before work, before I was scheduled for work the next day. So I went to the interview, had the interview, and even if I didn't have the interview, I went through with my next intention, which was going into work and presenting them with my badge to get into the office and thanking them for the opportunity. But I am resigning my position effective immediately, and it's not because of anybody here. You all are wonderful. This is not a good fit for me right now. In which I was told, if I ever feel that it is a good fit for me, please come apply again. I always had very high marks, and I did a good job, but it wasn't a good fit for me. So I felt so much better doing that, even though I didn't know where my next dollar would come in from. And bills continue. Even trying to pay past bills that are, racked up a little bit. Yeah, I felt so much better. And then so I went, and later that day I actually got a call from the company I had an interview with that morning, offering me the position. So yes, I will take this position. And so I got the new job where I am now. It has been, I think, just over 3 months now. And it's been a few months. I don't even know. But yeah, so I took that position. I'm still there now. It's been, what, 2-3 months? I don't even know. And I actually love this job. And it is something I have never done before. It is very, very, very physical. I am working in a warehouse, in shipping and receiving, loading and unloading semi-trucks for a home improvement company. And I mean, it is very heavy stuff, and sometimes I have to be very fast with certain things. There are days, most days I get at least about 16 to 18,000 steps, not to mention the heavy lifting that I do. And I work Monday through Thursday, 10 hours a day, so 40 hours a week. And I have gotten, like I said, anywhere from about 16,000 to, I've had a day where I was over 30,000 steps. And like I said, that's not including the heavy lifting. I can feel the muscle that I'm gaining, which is awesome. But with eating, being that active, I've been much more hungry, but I have not been eating the right things. So I'm still gaining weight, even with all that activity. And yes, some of it is the muscle, but a lot of it is from all the carbs I've been eating. And they have not been complex, healthy carbs, whatever. They have been crap carbs. I've just not even cared. Like I said, I haven't given a crap about anything, including myself, for several months. So that's kind of what's been going on with me. I still, like I said, have days where I am just still in that mentality. I am feeling better though, now that I am day 3 on keto. go back through my Instagram and look at things just to see, you know, remember what I've posted and look and stuff. And some of it's still very heartbreaking for me, but the majority of it got me excited again, like legit excited to start keto again. And, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm feeling inspired, I'm feeling motivated. Yesterday was, you know, the first day was the 2nd of January, and I just kind of, I didn't track anything, didn't care what I ate or how often I ate. I just ate stuff that did not have, you know, it was all very low carb, like nothing with any grains, breads, anything like that. And it was like, you know, cheeses. I had a Polish sausage kind of a thing. I can't even remember what else I had, because like I said, I really didn't track it. I didn't take any pictures, but it got me, you know, I was just kind of eating, you know, more consciously. And then day 2, actually, the night of day 1, that's, you know, is when I started looking at the Instagram thing again and really going through, and got so excited, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do some stuff tomorrow. I'm gonna cook up some stuff, and I'm gonna have it ready. And so the next day I did. I prepped some burger patties on the Traeger, which I now use myself like a big girl. Oh, another thing I did like a big girl, went up to the attic. Yeah, I'm scared of heights, and I went up to the attic. That's a big thing for me, because, so I food prepped yesterday. I made 2 batches of the keto cookies, so I would be set at least for, you know, the week, hopefully. And I should be set for a little bit more than that, but I really like those, and I probably indulge in them a little bit more than I should. But hey, I'm trying to get back on the train, right? And, you know, I'm bringing some over to my parents, and prepped some steaks, some petite sirloins. I got some salad stuff. I prepped 2 pans of the zucchini bread stuff that I make, the protein bread that I have done a video, I think I've done a video on before, and is on my Instagram. So that last night I had a cheeseburger on that, and oh my god, I forgot how good it was. And, you know, I can make French toast with that if I want to. I'm like already out of eggs. I'm excited again about it. But I need to buy more eggs, and my kids need milk, but I need to buy more eggs. I want to make some egg loaf so that I can have some of that and just kind of eat that real quick, maybe in the morning to get started before I go to my rough job, which is really a lot of fun, because like we all talk, I mean, it's a truck dock, you know, it's like a loading dock. And we all know what kind of, you know, trucker mouth I have normally. So me censoring myself a lot on here is a big deal. And then, so Monday through Thursday, I do that job. On Fridays, I work back at the job that I had before I left to take care of my nephew for those few years. And so I'm back there on Fridays just for a few hours. And occasionally I work for my mom, and then I have my soap business. So I'm trying to kind of keep myself busy as much as possible. And yeah, that's where I'm at currently. For those of you that have stuck with me this far and check on me, thank you so much. Desiree, Katie, you guys, thank you so much. You know, let's just name a couple. And yeah, I won't be doing the daily vlogs, or maybe even every other day. Probably not. I don't even know. I don't have the editing time anymore. You know, working full time out of the house, and because I work from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and then, you know, at the loading dock, and then I come home beat up and exhausted. I mean, like, bruises everywhere all the time. It's actually kind of cool. But, it kind of makes you feel like a badass. Anyway, so, you know, I don't have a lot of time to do much of anything, especially during that part of the week. I am exhausted. And so I come home and eat, and, you know, my kids are at an age now where they got to get themselves to bed and get themselves out and ready in the morning and gone, because I'm not home for that a lot of the time. And then there's, you know, I'm in bed asleep by the time they're sometimes even eating dinner. So they're having to, unfortunately, grow up a lot real fast. You know, things are very different for us now. But it's still hard. It's going to be hard probably for the foreseeable future. But yeah, I wanted to check in. I know it's gonna be a long video, but I wanted to check in and say hi. If I can, I'll try to edit this video to at least have my food in it, maybe a little bit of music in the background. I don't know. I need to do a new intro, so it's not gonna have an intro and it's not gonna have an outro. It's just, you know, I'm probably gonna have to do minimal editing, if any. I might just have to just shuck this up there and let it go. And, you know, if you like my videos and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the if you're already subscribed, great, like and hit the bell for notifications. You know, everybody says the same things. We all know what to do. And oh, I better stop because that's a yellow light and I can make it. Okay. But I am, yeah, I don't even know where I'm at right now. I mean, I know where I am, but where I was talking. But just not going to be able to do a lot of editing. Like I said, limited time. I also did start a YouTube channel for my soaps, and so occasionally I will have soap videos going up. Those ones are much easier for some reason to kind of edit. But I only do those, like, you know, once every couple weeks anyway, probably. But yeah. So if you do want to check it out, it's Dizzy Bird Soaps, but it's just a little teeny tiny channel. But it's just kind of some of my customers wanted to see how I made the soap. They were interested in the process, so I just decided to start doing some videos. I was asked to. But anyway, I think I'm going to probably let you guys go for now. I keep coughing, and that's actually because I'm talking so much, probably. But I'm going to be having, I had eggs and an avocado for breakfast, and one of my keto thumbprint cookies. I did have another one before I left the house, and I'm having 2 cups of almond milk with 1 scoop of let's see, it's the Orgain Keto Collagen Powder and Chocolate, and a cookies and cream Premier Protein all mixed together. And that's my lunch. I just decided to bring it with me because I don't know what my parents have, you know, and I don't know. But, and then I might show you a picture of my dinner later. I don't know, but we'll see what it is. Maybe I'll take a video. I don't know. Everything's kind of up in the air. So please bear with me. Thank you for those who have so far. And, you know, sometimes I've noticed that when I come out in the open like this and really kind of bare my feelings, bare everything, I lose subscribers. Really? You guys want me to be fake? But, I don't know. I also, since posting on my Instagram, lost a few followers. So, I don't know. Can't make them all happy. boy, don't I know it. I feel like I can't make anyone happy sometimes. But, so, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. And I'm kind of thinking of buying some stuff to make some keto pho. That was really good. And that was a year ago today that I posted, no, a year ago tomorrow that I posted the video for it, but a year ago today that I made it. Oh man, it was so good. I do remember that. It was delicious. But man, I'm going to have a lot to put in the freezer this time. So, thinking of getting the stuff to make that. But I will talk to you guys later. Thank you again for being here. And until next time, guys. One thing I did not mention. My journey of weight loss, I'm starting actually day 2 for me. I did not weigh the first day. I weighed day 2, and that was at 200 pounds exactly. I have gained about 15 pounds since everything. At first I really lost a lot of weight because I just wasn't eating. Yeah, I just wasn't eating much of anything at all. And then what helped me get back into the whole carb thing was just needing to eat something and have something in my stomach. So I was eating anything that even remotely sounded like it was okay, and then that's all that sounded good at all. And it snowballed from there, and even working the strenuous job that I have, I gained a lot. Well, I mean, 15-ish pounds. About 15 pounds. And while, that's may not be, that's a lot. That's a lot. Let's just face it, that's freaking a lot. So, I am trying to reverse that. I'm not comfortable anymore, and it makes it harder to do your job. But, back on the train, guys. Alright, that's all I wanted to say. Sorry for this last little tidbit. I just realized I didn't even mention that. That's a big point. So, talk to you later.